I'm saying that there are people that were the people that did this to both me and Corey that are still working, they're still out there, and they're some of the richest, most powerful people in this business. I can tell you that the number one problem in Hollywood was and is and always will be
Nobody talks about
It's the big secret.
I was like the chattel, or a child, like be seen and not heard. When you look at it through today's eyes, when Oprah's like, stand up and show me your body.
But I'm surprised and a little disappointed because I know Cindy's been on her show many, many, many times, and it has always been a pleasant experience. I would hate to think that something that happened years ago, I can't imagine Oprah would want anybody, Cindy or anybody, to say, here, stand up, let us take a look at you. It's not Oprah's thing to humiliate or make anybody feel badly.
She gifted me a live-in nanny.
Well, that's a good. That's good.
I could have never have afforded it.
Right.
I could never have afforded it.
Hollywood may be the epicenter of entertainment, where our favorite movies, TV shows, and beloved stars shine, but beneath the glitz and glamour lies a dark side. The exploitation of young talents is one of the industry's most troubling aspects, with countless horror stories of young actors being abused and taken advantage of by industry bigwigs. These aren't just rumors. These things really happen. Some even claim that Oprah Winfrey is part of this elite group that perpetuates such terrible behavior. What's even more frustrating is how these stories are often brushed off or ignored. In many cases, friends of these elites, like Oprah's close friend Gayle King, step in to help cover up these misdeeds.
I can't imagine Oprah would want anybody, Cindy or anybody, to say, here, stand up, let us take a look at you. It's not Oprah's thing to humiliate or make anybody feel badly.
Gayle's role in shielding her powerful friends from scrutiny highlights a disturbing pattern of complicity and silence in Hollywood. Corey Feldman is a prime example of an actor who has been speaking out for years about the he and his friend Corey Haim suffered when they were just kids in the industry. But his claims were often ignored or not taken seriously. Feldman has repeatedly said that he and Haim were molested as young actors. In interviews, he's opened up about how terrifying it was, saying that kids are scared and that the people who did this to him were people he thought were his friends.
Why didn't you come
Kids are
forward then?
scared. You know, I could say that the two people that did it to me were both close friends of mine, or so I thought.
Feldman claims that Haim had it even worse than he did. In his book, Choreography, Feldman alleges that Haim was R worded on the set of the 1986 film Lucas. Just a year later, their famous film The Lost Boys came out. According to Feldman, it was during the filming of The Lost Boys that both he and Haim experienced more. Feldman insists that this wasn't a well-kept secret. A lot of people knew what was going on, but chose to stay silent.
It was when we were both on the set of Lost Boys that, you know, things were happening to both of us.
Yeah, or did they know and they just weren't doing anything about it?
I mean, I know he told a lot of people. That's the thing that's so upsetting to me. It's not like it's just me that knows this story.
Other people know.
A lot of people know.
In 2013, Feldman appeared on The View and was adamant that the perpetrators were still out there, continuing their predatory behavior.
They're some of the richest, most powerful people in this business.
But he said he couldn't name names because of California's statute of limitations laws. Feldman even gave specific examples of how these predators operated, like how they would single out better-looking younger kids and take them to after-parties where unspeakable things happened.
They would pull away the better-looking younger kids and keep them for their own after-party, and it would turn into a pool party. And then they'd have their rules. Oh, there's no swimsuits on in the pool.
Corey Feldman has been vocal about alleged dark activities within Hollywood from the outset. However, as he became increasingly outspoken, certain individuals within the industry began to suppress his voice, hindering him from further disclosure. Some notable individuals who attempted to silence him were unfortunately women, some of them being Oprah Winfrey and her best friend, Gayle King. One person who wasn't shy in calling out Oprah for defending the industry is Seal. Back in 2018, singer-songwriter Seal called out Oprah Winfrey for being a hypocrite and said that she was aware about the rampant problem of SA in Hollywood. At the time, Seal lashed out at media mogul Oprah Winfrey following her inspirational Golden Globe speech, claiming she knew about the rumors surrounding Hollywood producer Harvey Weinstein but did nothing. The talk show host's widely applauded speech focused on the plight of SA'd women and the Me Too movement.
And I'm especially proud and inspired by all the women who have felt strong enough and empowered enough to speak up and share their personal stories.
Despite this, Seal accused the media maven of being an example of sanctimonious Hollywood. He took to Instagram at the time, sharing a shot of Winfrey with the disgraced producer at 2 events with a meme that read, "When you have been part of the problem for decades, but suddenly they all think you are the solution." The singer took it one step further, captioning the meme that Winfrey knew about the various misconduct allegations against Weinstein. "You'd heard the rumors, but you had no idea he was actually serially assaulting young starry-eyed actresses who in turn had no idea what they were getting into. My bad." For an added point, he hashtagged the post with #sanctimonious Hollywood. For context, in October 2017, the New York Times and the New Yorker reported that dozens of women had accused film producer and Oprah's close friend at the time, Harvey Weinstein of SA, over a period of at least 30 years. Over 80 women in the film industry eventually accused Weinstein of such acts. Weinstein himself denied any non-consensual intimacy. Criminal investigations into complaints from at least 6 women took place in Los Angeles, New York City, and London. In May 2018, Weinstein was arrested in New York and charged with SA and other offenses. What's more, whispers have circulated about Oprah allegedly having a negative impact on numerous young actresses through manipulation. Despite Oprah's widespread acclaim as the queen of all media, there are moments where she might have faltered, according to Cindy Crawford at least. The legendary supermodel recently opened up about her first encounter with Oprah during an episode of the Apple TV Plus documentary series The Supermodels, and it appears that Crawford isn't exactly pleased with her.
I was like the chattel, or a child, like be seen and not heard. When you look at it through today's eyes, when Oprah's like, stand up and show me your body.
Cindy Crawford's first brush with Oprah Winfrey was quite different from her later appearance on Oprah's Masterclass in 2013. In that interview, Crawford candidly discussed how her appearance had influenced her self-image. According to ABC News, Crawford felt like she was being judged solely based on her looks, prompting her to actively assert herself as more than just a physical presence. "I felt judged by the way that I looked. I think it set me on a course to represent myself as someone who has a brain," she revealed. Before her 2013 appearance on Masterclass with Oprah, Crawford took a moment for introspection, reevaluating how others perceived her. Despite making 10 prior appearances on Oprah, Crawford's reflection on her initial introduction to The Oprah Winfrey Show wasn't exactly glowing, especially in hindsight. The mother of 2 shed new light on the experience, pondering how Winfrey's actions might be interpreted in today's culture. It seems there might be lingering tensions between Crawford and Winfrey that warrant further discussion.
Like, show us why you're worthy of being here. In the moment, I didn't recognize it. Only when I look back at it and I was like, oh my gosh, that was so not okay, really.
In the pilot episode of The Supermodels, Cindy Crawford reflected on the first time she appeared on The Oprah Winfrey Show. Crawford was just 20 years old when she and her manager, John Casablancas, appeared on The Oprah Winfrey Show for the first time in 1986. Interestingly, it was not only Crawford who was learning the ropes. Winfrey's show had just been syndicated in September of that year.
Did she always have this body? Stand up just a moment. Now this is what I call a body.
Crawford commented on this particular Oprah segment in the Supermodels episode. "I was like the chattel, or a child, like be seen and not heard, when you look at it through today's eyes. When Oprah's like, stand up and show me your body, show us why you're worthy of being here." The former supermodel found the interview distressing, expressing, "I was so traumatized. I really felt I was not seen as a person who had a voice in her own destiny," as reported by the Los Angeles Times. Crawford admitted that she didn't fully grasp the extent of it at the time, but with age, she came to realize how inappropriate the situation was. Following Crawford's public comments, Oprah Winfrey appeared to respond by taking down the interview from YouTube. Cindy Crawford publicly confronted Oprah Winfrey over her handling of a 1986 interview, and nearly 4 decades later, social media users shared their varied opinions. Even Oprah Winfrey's close friend, Gayle King, commented on the situation despite not having seen the interview. King expressed surprise and a slight disappointment, saying,
I'm surprised and a little disappointed because I know Cindy's been on her show many, many, many times, and it has always been a pleasant experience. I would hate to think that something that happened years ago, and I can't imagine Oprah would want anybody, Cindy or anybody, to say, here, stand up, let us take a look at you. Yeah. It's not Oprah's thing to humiliate or make anybody feel bad.
But this is not the first time that Gayle has swooped in to rescue Oprah from problems she has caused for herself. Through the ups and downs of life, Oprah and Gayle have tackled challenges together. Their friendship not only withstands the test of time, but adds a bit of intrigue, suggesting that no obstacle is strong enough to break their mysterious connection. While some enjoy seeing their close relationship, there are murmurs suggesting that underneath it all, there might be some interesting dynamics at play. In 1976, the queen of talk shows, Oprah Winfrey was making waves as an anchor at a Baltimore news station.
The students at the all-black inner-city school had been told their school would close.
Little did she know that this year would mark the inception of a friendship that would withstand the test of time and gossip columns. The tale begins with a snowstorm, a fortuitous event that brought together Oprah and Gayle King, a production assistant at the same station. The snow was falling, and the city of Baltimore was covered in a blanket of white. In the midst of this wintry wonderland, Oprah, being the generous soul she is, invited Gayle to seek refuge at her home rather than brave the perilous 45-minute drive to her own place. Gayle, being a wise woman, accepted the invitation. The stage was set for a night that would shape their destinies. As the snowflakes danced outside, Oprah and Gayle found themselves engaged in an all-night conversation, peeling back the layers of their lives. In a moment that could be straight out of a movie, Gayle confessed she didn't have any clothes with her. Without skipping a beat, Oprah, the epitome of hospitality, offered, "You can wear mine." And when the topic of undergarments came up, Oprah's response was nothing short of iconic. "You can borrow mine, it's clean." It was the birth of a friendship that would evolve into one of the most enduring bonds in the entertainment industry. The early days of their camaraderie were marked by shared quirks and a sense of connection that transcended the professional realm. Gayle, in an interview with the Oprah magazine, reminisced about finding someone she could truly relate to. Their musical tastes aligned, with Gayle singing praises for Barry Manilow while Oprah basked in the glory of Neil Diamond. They were, in Oprah's words, the odd girls out, not conforming to society's expectations of what it meant to be black girls. Oprah's journey to success was not without its trials. Raised by her grandmother, mother, and father, she navigated a tumultuous childhood, craving attention and love. Gayle stepped into the role of filling one of Oprah's most significant voids, becoming, quote-unquote, the mother I never had, the sister everybody would want, and the friend everybody deserves. Life's roller coaster took a sharp turn when Gayle, grappling with the pain of her husband's infidelity, filed for divorce. As she faced the prospect of spending New Year's Eve without her children for the first time, Oprah, the steadfast friend, showed up at her doorstep with groceries and Stedman in tow. Together, they ushered in the new year, providing solace during a challenging time. Gayle's loyalty to Oprah was not one-sided. In moments of despair, Oprah found unexpected comfort in the form of a surprise visit from Gayle, who had hopped on a plane from Connecticut to Chicago just to be by her side. The dynamics of their friendship became public fodder when Oprah's father, Vernon, entered into a marriage with Barbara in 2001. Oprah, in an act of generosity, bought them a $1.4 million home in Franklin, Tennessee. However, 11 years later, the fairy tale took a dark turn as Vernon filed for divorce, thrusting Barbara and Oprah into the spotlight. Oprah, known for her generosity, extended her benevolence to Gayle. Reports suggest she gifted Gayle a live-in nanny, allegedly paid for a sprawling 12-bedroom home in Connecticut, and in 2008, possibly splurged on a $7.5 million apartment in Manhattan for her best friend. During the peak of Oprah's talk show success, whispers circulated that she had bestowed a whopping $1 million upon Gayle, allowing her to experience life as a millionaire. Gayle, ever discreet, never confirmed the amount, but did acknowledge Oprah's generosity, stating, "Let's just say I live a very, very nice life." Yet, despite the years of shared laughter, tears, and opulent gifts, the world remains intrigued by the nature of their friendship. The closeness they share inevitably sparks speculation, with persistent rumors suggesting there might be more than meets the eye. However, Gayle and Oprah have adamantly denied any romantic involvement. Gayle, in an interview with Access Hollywood, vehemently stated, "I'm not lesbian, I'm not even kinda lesbian, and the reason why it irritates me is because it means that somebody must think I'm lying." Anyway, in the aftermath of her divorce, Gayle found herself navigating the single life. While rumors hinted at a potential fling with U.S. Senator Cory Booker, they seemed to be nothing more than whispers in the wind. So, why hasn't Oprah played matchmaker and introduced her best friend to one of her famous acquaintances? Gayle, as revealed during her co-hosting stint on The Talk, has a few criteria for her ideal man: no smokers, a preference for natural teeth, a good sense of humor, and intelligence. A straightforward wish list that surely someone in Oprah's expansive network could fulfill. In any case, diving deeper into the intricacies of Oprah and Gayle's friendship unveils a narrative that, while seemingly unbreakable, has not been without its moments of underlying tension. One significant concern that Oprah harbored revolved around the potential strain on their friendship with the introduction of major life changes, particularly concerning the realms of matrimony and motherhood. In a candid video chat, Oprah shared her apprehensions about how the dynamics might shift with the addition of spouses and children. However, she eagerly reported that their friendship had weathered the storm, stating it didn't happen. But, as any close friend would, Gayle wasn't about to let the conversation veer away from a topic she knew delved into more profound territories. With a sly smile, Gayle playfully reminded Oprah of a particular episode that had taken a decidedly passive-aggressive turn. "You thought the friendship would wane with a husband," she added, a statement that hung in the air, pregnant with unspoken implications. While Oprah maintained that she was prepared for that, Gayle, ever the candid confidant, had more to add to this intriguing chapter of their friendship saga. The revelation unfolded as Gayle recounted a moment that occurred right after the birth of her child, Kirby. Oprah, in a bold fashion statement, arrived at Gayle's doorstep sporting a t-shirt that bore the inscription, "Husbands come and go, friends last forever." The air grew charged with a subtle tension as Oprah, taken aback, questioned her own memory of this seemingly audacious fashion choice. "Did I actually wear that?" she inquired, as if seeking confirmation or perhaps hoping that the memory was nothing more than a figment of Gayle's imagination. However, the evidence was undeniable, with Gayle confidently asserting, "Indeed, she did." The narrative took a turn as Gayle added her own touch of shade to the story, remarking, "I thought that was an interesting choice of shirts." The words hung in the air, leaving room for interpretation and prompting Oprah to dig deeper into her recollection of that particular day. "To your house? And your husband was there?" Oprah queried, attempting to piece together the details of a moment that had perhaps slipped through the cracks of her memory. In those early years, Oprah seemed determined not to let the winds of change, be it in the form of husbands or babies, erode the foundation of their friendship. However, the subtle suggestion conveyed through that t-shirt and the subsequent banter revealed a nuanced layer to their bond, one where unspoken insecurities and, dare we say, a hint of jealousy might have played a role. Gayle, on the other hand, remained unswayed by the potential messages that Oprah's fashion choices might have carried. With confidence, she asserted, "I was always happy in my own life." It was a statement that, while seemingly deflecting any insinuations, hinted at the uncharted territories of emotions that can weave themselves into even the most enduring friendships. But despite this, there's no denying that Oprah Winfrey has been a significant professional benefactor for Gayle King. Oprah has not only provided Gayle with platforms to host talk shows, but has also extended her generosity by employing her in various capacities. Time and again, Oprah has played a pivotal role in advancing Gayle's career within the realm of talk shows and beyond. For context, King once worked as a special correspondent for The Oprah Winfrey Show. Subsequently, in 1999, King joined O, the Oprah magazine, as an editor, solidifying her presence within Oprah's influential media empire. In the realm of talk shows, King had her share of ups and downs. She briefly co-hosted an NBC daytime talk show, Cover to Cover, in 1991. Despite its cancellation after 13 weeks, this marked just the beginning of King's ventures in the talk show arena. In 1997, she was given the opportunity to host her own syndicated talk show, The Gayle King Show. Although it faced a setback with its cancellation after one season due to low ratings, this marked a stepping stone in King's career. The collaboration between Oprah and King continued to evolve over the years. King started hosting The Gayle King Show on XM satellite radio in September 2006, showcasing her versatility across different media platforms. In 2011, King embarked on a new venture with OWN, Oprah's network, hosting a show also titled The Gayle King Show. This marked another chapter in their collaborative journey and further underscored Oprah's role in providing King with significant professional opportunities. The pinnacle of their collaboration came when King joined CBS to co-anchor CBS This Morning in 2011, alongside Charlie Rose. The show not only succeeded in the ratings, but also established a strong on-air chemistry between King and Rose. Even after Rose's departure due to misconduct allegations, their friendship endured, showcasing the depth of their connection beyond professional realms. Beyond talk shows, King's association with Oprah extended to print journalism. She became an editor for O, the Oprah magazine, in 1999, further solidifying her role within Oprah's media empire. King's versatility in the media landscape was evident as she also worked as a special correspondent for Good Morning America before joining CBS News. King's journey at CBS has been marked by her resilience and dedication. She secured a deal with CBS to co-anchor CBS This Morning in 2011, displaying her commitment to excellence in network news. Her steadfastness was evident when she publicly called for transparency regarding abuse and harassment findings within CBS, showcasing her commitment to ethical journalism. In 2018, King received recognition for her contributions to the industry when she was inducted into the Broadcasting and Cable Hall of Fame. Time magazine acknowledged her influence the following year by naming her one of the 100 most influential people of 2019. Despite facing social media criticism in 2020 for an interview about Kobe Bryant's assault allegations, King found support from her longtime friend Oprah Winfrey. The incident demonstrated the strength of their enduring friendship, with Oprah publicly standing by King during a challenging time. Overall, Oprah's constant support for Gayle is obvious as she succeeds in her various career endeavors. Despite always denying any romantic involvement, many fans can't help but wonder if there's more to their friendship than they admit. It's especially concerning how they stand up for each other even when they shouldn't, covering up each other's mistakes. This mutual defense is toxic and contributes to a culture where the elite avoid facing consequences for their actions. Anyway, that's it for this video, folks. Bye.